Hey everyone! So today I want to discuss the movie Men. Now, this was released in 2022, and I was fortunate enough to see this in theaters. Now, I don't know if this movie was always going to be slated for a theatrical release. This movie does sort of strike me as being a little odd as far as being a theatrically released film. This seems like it would be better viewed at home, for most people at least. I loved the fact that I got to see this in cinemas. I'm not sure if I was able to do that because of COVID and the theater thing is sort of shaky right now, or if it's because Disney is just vomiting out pointless film after pointless film, and people are kind of burnt, and so maybe they're attempting to put smaller movies back in theaters to sort of revamp people's interest or something. I don't know, but nonetheless, I was fortunate enough to catch this one in Bowmanville. That was awesome. The Bowmanville cinema is sad, kind of falling apart. And I've even heard rumors that a couple of the seats in a couple of the theaters people have chosen to shit on. You gotta love people. You go to see some fucking movie and there's some asshole shitting beside you. Like he's just fucking, uh, but yeah, apparently it's true. Apparently people have pooped in the fucking some of the seats in a couple of the theaters out in Bowmanville. But yeah, so I was fortunate enough to catch this in theaters. Hopefully, I didn't sit in a shit seat, but as if I did, I would never know. But yeah, the movie is about a woman named Harper. She goes to this tiny, out of the way town in the middle of nowhere to sort of. I think she's a writer, if memory serves. I think she is at least. She goes there to sort of like, find some peace of mind because her husband, who she was very estranged from, he was emotionally manipulative and at the very least possibly verbally, potentially somewhat verbally abusive. And we learn more and more about their tumultuous relationship through the course of the film, and it gets to one point where he fucking punches her in the face, and that's when like all sympathy for this dude just went right out the window. And so she throws him out of the apartment, and he ends up dying because he goes upstairs to their neighbors. Of course, they live in an apartment building. He forces his way into the neighbor's apartment, and he works his way through, and then he tries to climb down their balcony, onto his girlfriend, or his balcony. I don't know if him and his wife Harper are still technically living together at this point. I have no idea. Except he slips and falls, and he impales himself on those spiky fence. I don't know why those decorative, sort of gothic-looking spiky fences are still manufactured or still allowed. I mean, they are a tragedy implied. Like, you see these fucking things. It's the big things that Dracula ended up getting impaled on at the end of the Monster Squad. Why are they around? Like, they're like fucking lawn darts. These things have to go. Those fences, they just scream, kill me, you know? But anyways, yeah, the piece of shit falls out and impales himself on it, and she's still, of course, grappling with it all because she still cares about him, and blah blah blah. And so while she's out in this town, the men she meets, um, this movie was framed as sort of being a scathing look at misogyny, and I never really felt that. The men in this town, there's only a handful of them. They don't love women, but I never really got the sort of outright "we hate women" vibe that a lot of people said this movie had. The asshole priest pretty much blames her for her husband's death. Um, and it seems like all the men here are a little on the hostile side. And there's one younger dude. He's like a student of some kind. I'm guessing he's in grade 11 or grade 12. And he's hunting for her pretty badly. And he seems to be the main antagonist that she has to deal with at the end of the film. There's the naked dude. Shows up with his dick out. Um, Even one of the cops, the male cop, is sort of part of it. And we find out at the end of the film that the men in this town are rebirthing through each other. Like when one dies, he will be reborn through another one of the town's men, and they keep this little group of men pretty tight. I guess they've been rebirthing through each other for God knows how long. And the only thing I didn't really understand about this movie is that throughout the course of it, she's calling her buddy, this chick she knows, and She's talking about how it's okay here. This guy tried to break in, and her friend's like, "Oh fuck, man, I'm coming up. I'm coming up." And it gets to the point where things start to get so tricky that she's like, "Yeah, fuck, come on up." And all the craziness goes down. She sort of saves the day and saves herself. And the movie concludes, it ends with her friend showing up, and then her friend is revealed to be pregnant. I never really understood the point in hiding her friend's pregnancy and then revealing it at the end like it's some big thing. Like, oh, wow, there's a pregnancy. It's like, this isn't fucking Children of Men, right? So I just didn't get that. Could have fucking right over my head. But I did love this movie. I didn't feel like it was saying all men are a bunch of misogynistic assholes and women are always victims of the misogyny. I didn't get that vibe. I felt like that was there and that might have been part of the point. But overall, I just thought this movie was really clever. I liked how the hatred the men had for Harper, it didn't feel so gender based because I don't like being beaten over the head with this type of shit, and I don't behave that way anyways. All my friends have always been girls, so I would never behave this way. So I don't need a lesson in misogyny because I'm not all like, oh, broads belong in the kitchen and barefoot and pregnant or whatever. No. So if that was the point of this movie, it was kind of lost on me. Um, but overall, I love this. I thought it was great. It was entertaining. It was well shot. It was well directed. I liked everything about it. The score was fantastic. I believed the characters. Well, as much as you can when it comes to a town full of fucking lunatics rebirthing through each other. I believed everything. So, this was great. But look, seeing as how it's pushing 7 minutes, I'm going to stop. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me for now a little over 7 minutes while I discuss the 2022 film Men. If you liked this review, like always, or if you made it to the end of this review, you should definitely do something nice for somebody because I tend to ramble. And a quick way out of the rambling is to help somebody. So don't forget to do something nice for somebody. You guys are amazing. Have a good day. Yeah, day. Have a good day. Because it's day. I just wanted to say thank you for making it through the entire video. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to remind everyone one more time, even though I've probably already done this in the video that you just watched, to please click the like button as well as the subscribe button because it helps this channel grow. And thank you for hitting like and subscribe. And we will see you guys really soon.